High above the whispering world, where the air was crisp and clean, floated a small, fluffy cloud named Nimbus. Unlike his boisterous brothers and sisters, who loved to rumble and pour, Nimbus was quiet and observant. He watched the world below with wide, curious eyes, seeing the bustling forest, the winding river, and a tiny village nestled in a valley. Though he felt the urge to release his gentle droplets, a tiny worry always held him back, a secret fear that swirled deep within his misty heart. Nimbus worried about everything. What if his rain was too cold for the sleepy bears? What if it startled the scampering squirrels searching for acorns? He imagined tiny rabbits hopping through puddles, their soft fur getting wet and uncomfortable. Even the cheerful birds, singing their morning songs, might prefer sunny skies for their flights. Each thought filled Nimbus with a fluttering sensation, a nervous tremor that kept his precious water held tight within him. He simply didn't want to cause any trouble for his friends below. 3 weeks later, the valley below began to change. The vibrant green leaves of the trees started to droop, their edges turning a weary brown. The colorful meadowflowers, usually standing tall and proud, now bowed their heads, their petals crisp and faded. Children in the village no longer ran barefoot through the grass, it was dry and scratchy. A soft hum of concern began to spread through the forest, a quiet longing for the refreshing touch of rain that had been absent for far too long. Nimbus watched, his heart heavy. The most striking change was the village pond, once a sparkling mirror reflecting the sky. Now, its edges had receded, revealing cracked, muddy banks. The frogs, who loved to leap and croak by the water's edge, sat listlessly, their skin growing dull. The little fish swam closer together in the shrinking pool, their movements slow and sad. Even the dragonflies, usually darting with such energy, flew lower, searching for moisture. Nimbus observed it all, a growing ache in his core, seeing the discomfort his inaction was causing. That evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Nimbus felt a new kind of stirring. It wasn't fear, but a quiet, determined resolve. He realized his worry about bothering the animals had led to an even bigger problem. His purpose, he understood now, wasn't to stay hidden, but to help. The gentle touch he imagined was exactly what the thirsty world needed. He gathered all his courage, taking a deep, slow breath of cool evening air, ready to let go. With a soft sigh, Nimbus released his first tiny drops. They weren't a sudden downpour, but a gentle, whispering sprinkle, like a lullaby falling from the sky. The little fish in the pond looked up, sensing the change, and the frogs stretched, their dull skin beginning to glisten. The wilting flowers seemed to perk up just a fraction, their petals unfurling to greet the moisture. Nimbus watched, a warmth spreading through him, replacing the old fear with a new, comforting feeling of peace and satisfaction as his droplets kissed the thirsty earth. Throughout the night, Nimbus continued his gentle rain, showering the valley with life. By morning, a transformation had occurred. The pond sparkled, full once more, and the frogs sang joyful choruses. The flowers stood tall, their colors vibrant and fresh, each leaf glistening with newfound vitality. The grass was green and soft, perfect for little bare feet. From his peaceful perch, Nimbus saw the happy squirrels chasing each other, the bears stretching contentedly, and the birds soaring higher, their songs even sweeter. No one was bothered, everyone was refreshed. Nimbus felt light and clear, no longer burdened by fear. He understood now that his unique ability to reign was not a cause for worry, but a gift to be shared. He learned that sometimes, the things we fear doing are exactly what are needed most. His soft, steady reign had brought life and happiness back to the valley, and seeing the joy below filled him with an even greater joy. As the sun rose higher, painting rainbows in his fading mist, Nimbus smiled, ready for whatever tomorrow might bring, knowing he could always help.